Welcome to Mathematics Made Easy with TADX, where mathematical concepts will be explained in clear terms for easy understanding. You can also join us on all our social media handles for more information.
All right, good day, pals. The journey of 1,000 kilometers starts with a step. And like I told you the last time, that we are going to be starting with the concept of direct number, and that's what we are going to be doing today. So for today, we are going to take the addition and subtraction of direct numbers. And for this, we are going to lay the foundation to solving equations. So that means if you're able to get this today, by the time we are now linking it up with how to use direct number to solve equation, it's going to be very easy for us. Now, let's roll into action. Now, when you say direct numbers, what do you mean by that? You are talking about each numbers. How do you evaluate it with the operational sign or operational symbol? And when you are talking about the operational symbol, you are talking about the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. But for today, we are going to be taking only these two, which is the addition and subtraction. So, taking the two, how do we make use of addition and subtraction as far as direct number is concerned? Now, what we just need to do is we need to bring ourselves back to the local environment where we find ourselves. Now, I'm going to be making use of the Nigerian currency, which is Naira. Nigerian currency, which is Naira. And I'm going to be linking it up with the examples we have here. Now, if you have a number, like in this first question, we have plus 7 plus 4. You assume that the number is standing for a particular value in Nigerian currency. So that means we assume we are having 7 Naira. And the same thing applicable to any other type of number that you have here. So like here that you have 4. So we assume we are having 4 Naira. In the second example here that we have 6, we assume that we are having 6 Naira. Here that you have 3, you assume you are having 3 Naira. Now, having known that, the next thing we need to look at now is the operational signs here, which we are considering, which is the plus and minus. Now, let's take the first one, which is the plus. Now, when you have plus, what you just need to do for you to interpret it is you assume you are the owner of that amount of money we are talking about. Initially, I said this 7 stands for 7 Naira. Now, when you have plus, have it at the back of your mind that you are having 7 Naira in your pocket. Now, when you have minus, the meaning of minus is you are owing. So that means if I have plus 8 minus 2, the simple interpretation is this. Take the first one here, which is plus 8. And according to what I explained now, plus 8 means you are having 8 Naira with you. That means 8 Naira is your money. Now, minus 2. How do you interpret minus 2? Minus 2 means you are owing somebody 2 Naira. Now, to make it easy for yourself, you can even assume, just an imagination this time around, that it's one of your friends, maybe somebody close to you, that you are owing that amount of money. So, if you are owing somebody 2 Naira and you are having 8 Naira in your pocket, you can just decide that, okay, now that I'm having 8 Naira in my pocket and I'm owing somebody 2 Naira, let me give this person 2 Naira that I'm owing the person. After giving the person the 2 Naira, you will no longer have the complete 8 Naira with you. But instead, you will now be having 6 with you. Now, since the 6 is what you are having, is inside your pocket, it's your own, then that means it's going to be plus. So that means directly what we have done here is plus 8 minus 2 to give us plus 6. That means the 6 Naira is with you. You are the owner of the 6 Naira. Let's now come back to the example I cited here, which is plus 7 plus 4. When you have plus 7, that means you are having 7 Naira with you. You are the owner of 7 Naira. Then plus 4. You are having 4 Naira in your pocket. Now let me use my 2 pockets here as an example. In the first pocket here, I'm having 7 Naira. In the second pocket, I'm having 4 Naira. Now if I decide to count, okay, how much am I having altogether? I just, okay, bring out the 7 Naira here, bring out the 4 Naira. Now put everything together, that means I'm having 11 Naira. So that means since I'm having the 11 Naira, it's my own. So that means the answer to this question here, plus 7 plus 4, is going to be plus 11. If you're able to simplify it or take the questions one after the other, it will be very easy for you. So the question here is plus 7 plus 4. Plus 7 means I'm having 7 Naira with me. Then plus 4 means I'm having 4 Naira. The two together gives me plus 11. So that's the same procedure we are going to be using to solve the questions we have under the example there. So let's see how we are going to be evaluating it one after the other. Let's take the first solution. So number 1 plus 7 plus 4. I've explained this already, how we got plus 11. Now let's take the second one. And before I proceed, and to also help us for our subsequent classes, what I'm going to be doing is this. Anytime I'm explaining, I will be using this last side of the board as my rough sheet. So that means if you are solving, it's advisable for you to have a rough sheet or rough book. Or better still, if you don't have that, you can make use of the back of your book. So my notes is going to be neat. So I'm using these two sides of the board as my notes. So these two will be very neat. But this side here, any rough work I want to do, I'll make use of this rough side here. Now, the second question, we have minus 6 minus 3. Now, let's see how we are going to evaluate it. Minus 6 minus 3. Now, like we did the first one, evaluate it one by one. Now, let's start with the first one, which is minus 6. Now, from the first explanation, when you have plus, it means you are the owner. When you have minus, it means you are owing somebody. Now, in this case here, minus 6 means you are owing somebody. Now, let's imagine that we have a friend that we are owing 6 naira. We are owing the person 6 naira. Let's assume the friend is my right hand. I'm owing my right hand 6 naira. Then the next one is minus 3. Minus 3. Now, I assume again that, okay, minus 3. I'm owing another friend 3 naira. Let's assume that second friend is my what? Is my left hand here. So that means I'm owing the right hand 6 naira. I'm owing my left hand 3 naira. Now, I just ask myself, Festus, how much are you owing altogether? If you are owing your right hand 6 naira, you are owing your left hand 3 naira. So altogether, that means I'm owing 9 naira. Now, I've written the 9. But the question that comes to my mind is, which of the sign am I going to put? Am I going to put plus or am I going to put minus? For me to get the answer, what I just need to do is, I will flash back to the introductory part. Plus means I am the owner. Minus means you are owing. So that means, since I am still owing both right hand and left hand, that means it's going to be minus 9. To recap, minus 6 minus 3. Minus 6, you are owing 6 naira. Minus 3, you are owing 3 naira. Altogether, you are owing 9 naira. So that gives you the simple solution to that. So minus 6 minus 3 gives us minus 9. Now taking the third example, plus 8 minus 6. Plus 8 minus 6. See the way I'm rubbing off my rough book. I assume I'm done with that question. Now I want to solve another one, which is plus 8 and minus 6. Plus 8 minus 6. Split it up. When you split it, the first one you're having is plus 8. And what does plus 8 means? According to what we said initially, that plus means you are the owner. And this 8, I told you, is an amount of money in naira. So we assume that you are the owner of 8 naira. That means that 8 naira is already in your pocket. So as a big man, you just walk on the streets of Lagos, you just say, I'm having 8 naira in my pocket. You now remember that, I'm owing somebody an amount of money. And the amount of money you are owing somebody is 6 naira. So when you have minus 6, that means you are owing this person 6 naira. And when you are owing the person 6 naira, you now ask yourself, if I give this person 6 naira from the 8 naira that I'm having, will I still be owing the person? Okay, it's a simple arithmetic. I have 8 naira. I give the person 6 naira. That means I'm not owing the person again. But if I'm not owing the person again, how much will I be having? That means I'll be having 2 naira. Now, if you're having 2 naira with you, what you just need to do is ask yourself, these 2 that you have, is it going to be plus or minus? Since I'm not owing the person again, the answer will plus. So that means plus 8 minus 6 is going to give us plus 2. So we go to number 4, minus 7 minus 5 plus 14. I'm rubbing up my rough sheet again. This time around, if you look at the question comparing number 1, 2, and 3, number 4 is a bit different. Different in the sense that the first 3 questions here, we are considering just only 2 questions or 2 numbers. Now, we are having 3 different numbers. Now, what we decide to do there is, assuming we are climbing a step or ladder, you start from the ground, isn't it? So in this case here now, we are starting from the simplest one. Now we are growing small, growing small. So if you are able to do number 1 yourself conveniently, number 2 you are able to do it, you are able to get the answer, number 3 you are able to get the answer, nothing stops you from getting number 4. There's a very simple principle I believe in: success motivates success. That means if you are successful in the first one, nothing will stop you from being successful in the next one. Now, you have been successful in getting the solution to the first 3 questions, definitely you'll be successful in getting the fourth one. Now, let's see what we need to do. Now, I'm writing it in my rough book again. -7 -5 plus 14. So let's see how we are going to solve the third one here now. To solve the third question here, what we just need to do is take the first 2 numbers here. Then, after taking these first 2, it has now been reduced to -7 -5. This is almost the same thing with the first 3 questions we treated initially. So that means the way we solve the first 3 questions, that's how we are going to solve this. -7 -5. Now, splitting -7 -5. -7, what does -7 means? If you remember the meaning of minus means you are owing. 7, an amount of money in naira. So that means -7 means I am owing somebody 7 naira. Now take the next one, which is -5. The next one, which is -5, try to ask yourself, what does -5 means? Minus means I am owing, then 5, an amount of money in naira. -5 means I am owing somebody 5 naira. Now, let's now ask ourselves, when you now put -7 and -5, I'm owing my right hand 7 naira. I'm owing my left hand 5 naira. Or to make it easy for you, you can even imagine, just like the way we did when we were solving the previous examples, that let's assume you are owing your best friend 7 naira. You now have another friend of yours again that you are owing 5 naira. Ask yourself, how much are you owing the 2 of them together? So that means you are going to be owing the 2 of them 12 naira. Now, the question is, if you are owing the 2 of them 12 naira, am I going to put plus or am I going to put minus? From the meaning we stated initially, since you are owing, that means it's going to be minus. So -7 -5 gives us -12. Now, since we've gotten -12, don't forget the original question was -7 -5 plus 14. So that means the combination of this and this was what gave us -12. Now, bringing the answer back, the answer we brought back now is -12 plus 14. That means this -12, which was gotten from -7 and -5, you have now reduced it to almost the same thing with the first 3 questions. -12 plus 14. -12, I'm owing somebody 12 naira. Plus 14, I'm having 14 naira in my pocket. Now, when you have 14 naira in your pocket, what you just need to do is this: give the 12 naira you are owing the person out of the 14 naira you have with you. After giving the person, you ask yourself, am I still owing the person or not? If you have been able to answer the question correctly, then that means your answer by that time will be, I am not owing the person again. Because you have 14 naira with you, you give the person 12 naira. Now, since you are not owing the person again, ask yourself the next question. Now that I'm not owing again, how much am I having with me? How much do I still have in my pocket? The answer is very simple. You are having 2 in your pocket. Now, when you have 2 naira in your pocket, the next question and the last one, is it going to be plus or minus? From the meaning, if you are not owing somebody, that means your answer is going to be what? Plus, because the money is your own. So that means your final answer here is going to be +2. If you now flash back to the original question, -7 -5 plus 14, the answer is going to give you what? +2. And how did you arrive at that? -7 -5 gives you -12. -12 plus 14 gives you +2. So if you are writing now, whatever you have gotten there, you can now bring it back to your notes just like the way I've explained initially, that I use this side here just for explanation or for my rough book. Then coming back here, I put my last answer or my final answer here, which is plus 2.